I sat in my induction program last year, all of my doubts were been completely released by the teachers, and they did it so well. And I was really happy after that. And do you have such experience there?
Actually, that is the thing common in between us that we have never visited the campus because we all are must be aware of the situation. But as you said, everything is exactly the same. The teachers and everyone are so helpful, and here there are a lot of things to explore too. Like you can explore a tons of things like division of student welfare, student organization, lot of diversity. And I, being your senior, I just want to say you all that explore as much as possible.
And yeah, guys, there are tons of organization that would really help you build out your skills. It may be any skill that you're good in. It would give a big platform to showcase your talent and earn the certificate and recognition in the school.
And also LPU offers diversity of courses and a diversified environment. A lot of people from different parts of the country and even the world visit here, study here, and we all just stay together. And Arundhati, that is really great thing. We all are great to experience such in beautiful environment, right?
Yeah, I really loved the experience that I had in LPU till now. It was really awesome. The class, it was a virtual platform, of course, but the teachers, the friends that I made, and the thing that we did in the class was really awesome. It was like study plus happiness plus everything. It was really a great experience, guys. You're gonna have in LPU, and I'm sure that you will remember it forever.
And being your senior, we assure you that it's going to be a great experience. And we can see a lot of people joining in too. And you all must be having a lot of expectation from your college life. And I'm sure LPU is going to fill all that expectations.
Yeah, that's absolutely true, Tashu. There is no going back on that sentence that you said. LPU is really an awesome university, and guys, you're on the right thing if you want to start your career in any field. It may be fashion, technology, it may be a sports. As you can see, the sports faculty is even the best here. You can explore anything. You can study abroad if you want. There are many tie-ups that are being made by the LPU University. It's really awesome, guys. Don't miss out the fun that you have in your college life. It's really
And
awesome.
and we can also see the great performance of our alumni of LPU in the Olympics itself, right?
Yeah, that was really awesome news when I heard it. Like 10 people from LPU doing best in the
11.
Olympics. 11,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was such a proud feeling to be a word of lovely professional university where such amazing people doing such amazing work.
Yeah, of course it was. Yeah, it was indeed.
So, coming to you all, I assure you all that you have taken a very right decision to be in lovely professional university, and I can bet on that it is going to be a really good experience.
Okay, Tashu, as it is the doubt clearing session, can I know what were your doubts when you were the fresher? Can
Okay,
you just
first,
bring some?
yes. First of all, I was quite nervous. Everyone is nervous when you start your college life, and a lot of doubts were there, like how is we going to take class. Of course it was online, it is still online. I hope we will get to see the university soon, but for that we all have to get vaccinated soon. So one thing I want to just recommend that please get vaccinated as soon as possible, and we will meet you all. And coming to doubts, I have a lot of doubts like how to do classes, how many organizations were working, how to do extracurricular events, how to do sports, and a lot of things. What were your doubts? What were your doubts, Agandati?
Yeah, actually, I missed the campus life, of course, but I had doubts regarding the classes that would be running, the timings, and how to join the platform. I was really not knowing anything. New student would have a lot of doubts when it comes to college life. They don't want to miss it. But still, it was a great experience being virtually. But waiting for going on campus soon.
Even in the virtual platform, Lovely Professional University, has been great in providing education and providing exposure. That is something to be really acknowledged, right?
Yeah, yeah. So now we will start with our doubt clearing session.
Yeah. So, first of all, we would like to acknowledge and welcome head of school and faculty members, and also we would extend and acknowledge the presence of the Ishan Luthra, sir, assistant professor, to clear all the doubts which our students is going to have for the upcoming session. And a lot of things must be people having. So, over to you, sir.
Yes. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
So I welcome everyone on behalf of Division of Admissions, Lovely Professional University. I hope everyone is doing very well, and soon we shall be able to meet up on campus. And meanwhile, you should get yourself vaccinated and take care of yourself. Uh, so I am here to take your queries and doubts regarding anything regarding admission. Maybe you are unable to upload some certificate, or you are unable to make your payment, or anything which is there in your mind which you think I can clarify. So please let me know if anyone is having any query. I'll be more than happy to resolve all those queries.
Yes, sir. As you can see, there are some questions. I would like to read it out for you, sir. The question goes like, first semester, how many subjects are there? Invalid credentials in my class. Would you like to answer it, sir?
Yes, sure. Can you please just allow me a minute? There is some very important call from here.
Yeah, okay, sir. No issues.
Yeah, good morning, all of you. This is Anita Sharma. Till that time, I can take up the doubts if the student is having. I can clarify that.
Yeah, yeah, okay, sure, ma'am. Should I read it for you, ma'am?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, okay. So the question goes like, first semester, how many subjects are there? Invalid credentials in my class.
Okay. May I know that which program beta you are there in? I mean, whether it is engineering or other one?
Actually, ma'am, it's not mentioned, must be for engineering.
Okay, okay, fine. I'll just let you know. Wait a second. You can even check your scheme also. I'll also clarify it. Give me a minute. If I talk about, I mean, it will be better if I know the program as well as the branch, because in that case, I can tell the exact number of courses.
Okay, ma'am, you can go on with computer science engineering, CSE.
Okay, okay. In the first semester, I'll let you know. Wait, give me a minute.
Yes, Anita ma'am, please take these queries for 5 minutes. I'll be just joining back.
Sure, sir, sure. I'm there, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, so if I talk about the BTech Computer Science program, in that case, the first semester, as of now, will be having 8 courses, right? And it will be, if I talk about that, which all courses will be there. C programming will be there, basic electrical and electronics engineering will be there, basic electrical and electronics lab will be there, mathematics for engineers, and soft skills. Apart from that, students will also be studying some courses of mechanical, I mean engineering graphics, environmental studies, physics, as well as the physics lab. So all of these will be the courses in the very first semester.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you for the answer.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, the second, I guess, the doubt was that that my class credentials are not working. I guess Shivraj sir is there. He'll be helping. He'll be assisting in the same manner, because as he's coordinating with the my class platform people, so he can help it out.
Good morning, everybody. I need the recession about the students so that I could provide the credentials.
Okay, sir, we will let you know.
Sure, thank you.
Yes, guys, you can ask the questions that you want. We are here to clear it out. Teachers are here to clear it out. Please do best your question and answers.
Yes, just comment down all your doubts, but please make sure your cameras and mics are off. Just comment down and we will make sure all your doubts are getting cleared. And please give full details so that our authorities can also clear it. We have one more doubt over here. Like, when will the timetable and schedule going to be displayed for masters in genetics and plant breeding? So yeah, that is the doubt.
Excuse me, ma'am, would you like to answer it?
Yeah,
I
sure,
guess
sure. I'll be answering. See, I need to check that when the reporting schedule is there, right? So before than that, I mean, before then, to 5 days, the timetable shortly will be up, right? So give me a minute. I'll just check that when masters in genetics and plant breeding is these students will be reporting in the campus, and timetable shortly will be uploaded. Give me a minute.
Yeah, okay, fine, ma'am.
Genetics and plant breeding. Give me a minute. I'm just searching it out, and then I'll just let you know, na?
okay, ma'am. And we have one more doubt regarding Bihar credit card. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay, so I can see that genetics of plant, okay, breeding 9 to 14th is induction, and then on 16th. Okay, so their classes are starting from 16th of August. As of now, the timetable is not yet up. Uh,
according to question, I don't think that
uh,
person has got it.
okay, I would want to get the registration number of the student so that I can check myself whether the timetable is up or not.
Yeah,
The
okay,
Okay,
all right,
regist
ma'am.
Yeah.
We will let you know.
Okay, next is regarding the Bihar credit card scheme, right?
yes, ma'am.
What doubt is there? I mean, yes, we do have this credit card scheme. I mean, we are into the integration of that. Will What is the doubt regarding that? Basically, what actually is the doubt regarding that?
I guess that person wants to know more about the Bihar credit card schemes that is going to apply in his course in LPU.
Okay, see, first of all, we need to know that for which course the student is asking for the Bihar credit card scheme, right? As in, it is not available for all the courses, as we are offering 200 plus courses in the university. So it is not for all the courses. So we need to know that for which course Aryaman is asking. I need to know that. Also, for this particular scheme, how to apply that, right? What one can do is one can email to student loan assistance at the rate lpu.co.in, right? That is the loan department. Firstly, student will be putting a mail request onto this particular email ID, and afterwards the further assistance and all his queries will be answered by the particular team,
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
right?
I hope Ariman, your doubt is cleared. We have next question, ma'am. It goes like when you will allow for offline classes for student who had second dose of vaccine.
See, Ariman, as of now, we need to abide by the government regulations, right? As of now, the students who will be fully vaccinated, we will be planning shortly. I guess I'm also hoping that all of us will be meeting in the campus very, very soon, right? But all of this will be under the policies and regulations by the government. And whenever this will be done, do not worry about that. We'll be giving you enough time to prepare for your transportation, for everything. We'll be giving you enough time. I guess prior notification on the UMS will be given. You need to check your UMS very, very regularly. For that, all the notifications will be given on the UMS, right? But do not think that okay, fine, today we'll be uploading a notification and tomorrow we would want you in the campus. Not at all. We'll be giving you enough time for the preparations. But as of now, it will be like very tough for me to tell even the tentative dates also. So surely we'll be informing you well in advance.
Okay, ma'am. Yeah, these doubts are from the YouTube, so you
Okay.
guys can ask doubts. And the next question goes like, when will the timetable for physiotherapy department will be displayed?
For physiotherapy,
Yeah,
okay. Give me a minute. Again, I need to check the. Just give me a minute, huh?
yeah, sure,
I'll
ma'am.
just check the physiotherapy department for the discipline. I mean, in which particular course? Is it for bachelor's or for
Yeah,
master?
bachelor's, ma'am.
Okay. Give me a minute. I just need to check the reporting schedule first, and then okay, from 16th. I would want the registration numbers of these students, as in if the 16th is the commencement of classes. So I would want to check myself that whether the timetable is uploaded or not. I need to check. So I would want the registration numbers, if possible. If anybody can give me the registration number.
Yeah, ma'am. We will text you the registration numbers.
And ma'am, we have a lot of doubts that the students are not able to log into the My Class for their departments.
Okay, Shivraj sir, I would want your help in this case.
And Anita
Okay,
ma'am, I have
I
joined
need the
the
registration number,
I'll
ma'am.
take the queries.
Okay, so first of all, I want to request all our
Gitanjali
students.
Mehta.
Yeah, students. So please mention your full details so that our teachers
Whenever
can
you are asking
also.
a doubt, it's
Over to you, sir. You can.
Yes.
Okay,
Okay.
so guys, you're asking the questions. Please do ask what you clearly ask what you want to say, because there are a lot of queries I can see coming up. I would like to ask one more that I'm not able to log in my class from BTech Food Tech. Okay, so you're not able to log in. Can anyone answer? Yes, ma'am. Do you want to answer this?
See, beta, if the query is regarding the My Class platform, right? So it is better they can just give their registration numbers. As in, Shivraj sir will be coordinating with the platform people, and then he can solve these queries, right? You can just give us the registration number. We'll surely be coordinating, and also you can give us your mobile number. We'll be getting in touch with you afterwards. Also, once the query is resolved, we'll call you after this,
Okay, all right, ma'am.
right?
Yes.
So could
Shivraj
you
sir, yeah, Shivraj, will it be fine if we take the mobile number also right now, as in once you coordinate with them, then we can give the reply back to the student?
Um,
Shivraj sir?
no problem. What we can do is we can collect all such queries along with their contact details, and we will let them know. How many people are facing this problem?
I guess 2 to 3 people are facing the
No
problem, sir.
problem. No problem. We can have their details and we'll let them know. We'll call them back after
Okay,
the
all
query has
right,
been
sir.
resolved. Okay. So
Yeah.
could you please note down the numbers?
Yes, sir. I will note down and I will text you later.
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah. So we have one more doubt. The person has mentioned the registration number,
Mhm.
and the same is like MSc Clinical Microbiology, that he or she is not able to join the class and not have been added to the LPU Live group too, and not able to see the timetable too. That registration number is 12102396.
Okay. So just give me a minute.
Yes, sir.
What's the registration number?
12102396.
Okay. And do you have the contact details right now?
Actually, no, sir. It's coming from YouTube live questions.
Ishan sir, I'm just noting down these
Okay. Right.
queries related to my class, okay? And I will be resolving them, and I'll inform the students also. Don't worry about this. You
Okay,
can
sir. Thanks a lot.
have the other queries. You can handle the other queries, right? Sure.
Okay, sir. The next query is like 18 plus only vaccination started. Then below 18, what should we do? Means he's saying below 18 they are not vaccinated. So when they on campus?
You see, below 18, as of now, the government has not started the vaccination drive. Okay. So students can continue to attend the classes in the online mode. Okay. And we believe that in near future, there will be vaccination drive for below 18 also. So as soon as the government provides any particular instruction through which we can call the students inside campus who are below 18 years, so we will move on accordingly.
Okay, all right, sir.
And also, someone is asking about the full procedure to attend the online class. I guess someone has doubt in it, and the LPO touch is not also working for that person.
Okay.
Uh,
And the next doubt goes like,
Ishant sir, you'll be
when we will.
answering this, or I should continue with the same?
I
I
think
mean,
these are similar queries where candidate is not getting this
actually,
class.
yeah. So the thing is, they're saying how to attend the online classes, all procedure. So I would want that these students, as in if they are done with their admission and all, they can move into post-admission services, right? And once they click on that, therein at the bottom only they'll be getting their wherein from they are logging into the UMS. On their UMS only, on the left-hand side, they can see my class. right? They'll be seeing a orange bar on the left hand side, where in my class, LPU touch, everything will they will see. They need to click on this my class, right? Once they click on that, they need to enter their credentials by which they are logging into the UMS also, right? That is, their registration number is required. Along with that, the password which the student has kept, that is to be entered. Once they enter that in the my class platform, then the interface will be opening up. They will be seeing their classes in the blue bars, right? In the blue bar with the course code, with the person who will be teaching them, that is the UID of the that faculty will be available. So they simply need to click on that, right? And after that, there'll be two buttons. One is join, right? So they can simply click on that join button, they will be into the class, right? Once they are in into the my class platform, on the right hand side, on the left hand side, they can there'll be a chat box, right? And then there'll be the workspace basically means wherein the faculty will be presenting their screen, that will be available to them. So this is a kind of very brief of what actually my class, how to open my class, and what they'll be able to see on the my class platform. Okay, I hope Aryaman, your doubt is a bit answered, or I guess this was a doubt of Aryaman only,
Yeah, yeah. Thank you,
right?
ma'am.
And if LP touch is not working, so we will be noting, as Ishan sir is also, I guess, noting it down. So we'll be getting in touch with these students afterwards, right? They need to enter their correct this registration number and the correct password.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
The next question. The university name is not shown in the website of West Bengal Student Credit Card. For this, I can apply for the loan.
Let me answer this. Uh, this we have already tied up with the West Bengal government for this West Bengal credit card scheme, which is similar to the Bihar credit card scheme. Okay. So what the student has to do is, after taking provisional admission, he or she has to write an email to student loan assistance. Okay. They will provide a form which the candidate will fill up, and after that, the candidate will be provided with a document. Then he will apply on the West Bengal website for that credit card scheme along with that document, and thereafter the West Bengal team will get it confirmed from us. Okay, and after this confirmation and verification, then they will proceed further by issuing him the required amount.
Thank you so much, sir. And we have one more doubt that someone wants to ask about English proficiency courses by Blue Hawk.
English proficiency courses by
Uh, by Blue Hawks.
Blue Hawks. Uh, I think this is related to some external courses.
Yes, I
I
think.
guess I guess.
Yes. Just like I think IELTS, TOEFL, etc. Is it similar to that? Because I haven't heard about it. So just let me see. Okay, so we can note down this query and we will answer back the candidate.
Sir, actually, students want to know your details of contact so that they can come for the class online problems, login problems. They want your contact details.
They want to contact me.
Actually, someone has written, sir, please provide your details to contact for my class login problems.
To contact for my class login problems. Like what kind of problem? Just login problem? That's it?
Technical problems, sir. Any email ID you can give so that they can mail there.
Okay, just give me a minute.
Sir, regarding the School of Agriculture timetable, I want to let you know that from the school end, all the timetables have been uploaded. I think registration from the admission end is pending. That is why it is not being displayed to the students. From the school side, all the programs timetable has been uploaded.
Okay.
Thank you.
So for this, problem related to my class platform. Okay, what candidate can do is he can first of all contact his personal mentor. Okay, and then through the personal mentor he can get this problem resolved. Okay, and
Yes.
yes.
Yes, Precious, just kindly note your mentor and you can contact them for all these queries.
Yes, and there is one contact number which the candidate can use to book the appointment with the mentor. You can note it down. It's 018
Yeah, I will type it down. 018
24
24
510
510
311.
311.
Yes.
Okay, so this is the number. If you have some query, you can just call and they will answer your all doubts. Okay, so the next question, sir. If we have paid the hostel and mess fees, and unfortunately, if the COVID third wave hits and the classes are continued in online only, we will get back the fees paid for hostel and mess.
You see, if situation goes opposite to what we are expecting, then naturally we will adjust the amount. Okay, it will be proportionately adjusted. For example, if due to one or the other reason candidate is not able to join the hostel in this first term and joins only in the second term, so we will adjust the hostel charges proportionately. Okay, and in case it is not altogether the situation does not allow altogether to join for the first year, then we will adjust in the second year fees.
Okay, sir.
So whatsoever we will do, we will think over it and then accordingly decide so that student does not face any loss.
Okay, sir, thank you. And everyone wants to know about how to contact their mentors. Like, I guess that's the doubt.
How to contact the personal mentor?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think one contact number I have already provided to book the appointment with the mentor. Okay. And second is that in the candidate's UMS also, the personal mentor details are available, right? So from the Division of Student Relationship section, he can fetch the personal mentor details and contact the mentor.
Okay.
Actually, someone is saying that in the UMS that mentor information is not available for that person.
Not, it might not have been uploaded, but we will upload it shortly. So still, if there is some problem, student can contact on that number which I have just shared. And in case parents are having any concern, then they can write us at the email ID. You can note down, it's parents@lpu.co.in.
Yeah, all right, sir. And next student have given the registration number like 12103 195. The timetable for this student is not been displayed. He is from MSc Plant Pathology.
But I think Savinder ma'am has just updated that the MSc Agriculture or this agriculture school timetable has been updated. So in case it is not yet updated, ask the student to wait for a while. It will be updated soon.
Okay, all right, sir.
And someone is asking about the fees that they should pay for whole year and or the semester wise.
You see, the semester fees, I mean the tuition fees for the program, that is to be paid semester wise. The residential services are paid annually for every academic session, like hostel, mess, laundry, etc. So for these, student has to pay every academic year, and for the tuition fee of his program, he will pay every semester.
As of now, I can see the question actually is जो fee हमने pay की है वो 1 year की है या per semester की, right? So I guess yeah, as the question is I guess answered only. अगर बच्चे ने tuition fee pay किया है, if somebody has paid the tuition fee, तो बच्चे ने वो एक semester का pay किया होगा. अगर residential pay किया है, then that has been paid for. Let's say you can say book for, or you can say the complete payment if it is done, then it is for 10 months.
Right.
Okay, all right, sir.
Arundhati, I guess in between Gurpreet sir said that there are certain questions from YouTube also. If you can just fetch the
Yes,
questions
ma'am.
from
I'm
there also.
checking. Yeah,
Yeah.
ma'am. I'm
Yeah,
checking.
then
Just a minute.
that has been paid for. Let's say you can say book for, or you can say the complete payment. If it is done, then it is for 10 months.
Right.
The next question goes like, ma'am, is there any link on UMS that can help us to get along with our classmates?
Arundhati, I guess in between Gurpreet sir said that there are certain questions from YouTube also. If you can just fetch the
Yes,
questions
ma'am.
from
I'm
there also.
checking. Yeah,
Yeah.
ma'am. I'm checking.
Yeah, then
Just a minute.
that has been paid for. Let's say you can say book for, or you can say
Hello.
complete payment. If it is done, then it is for 10 months.
The next question goes like, ma'am, is there any link on UMS that can help us to get along with our classmates?
Arundhati, I guess in between Gurpreet sir said that there are certain questions from YouTube also. If you can just fetch the questions from there also. Yeah.
I guess there is some technical
It
issue.
looks like technical issue.
Yeah, technical issue is there, I guess.
No problem. I think it will be resolved shortly. There
The
could be a
next
certain
question
lag.
goes like, ma'am,
Yeah, until we have a question like how to put, how do parents put password for parents login?
There are certain questions from YouTube also. If you can just fetch the questions from there also. Yeah.
it's solved. I guess someone was on YouTube side
Hmm.
by side on.
Yeah. Okay. The question is, how do parents put password for parent login? We were
Yes.
Rahul. In this case, the parents login will be basically starting with P, capital P, and then the registration number of the student, right? And the login is also mentioned there. The password for this particular login, this username is also also mentioned there. So you can check that. That password also is given to you.
Next question goes like, when the timetable will be displayed for the horticulture fruit science, MSc horticulture fruit science.
It's again, I guess, the agriculture discipline only. And Savinder ma'am has answered this, that timetable is up. I guess the registration from the backend is pending, right? So that might be the case. We can just note down the registration number of the student, and then we can get in touch with the registration department and we can get it done.
Uh, okay, all right, ma'am.
And someone wants to know the email ID again. I guess that person has missed it. Uh,
Which email ID for the parents, which I told?
I guess yes, sir.
Okay, it's parents at the rate of lpu.co.in.
And okay, thank you, sir. And still, people have a lot of doubts regarding mentor. Like someone is saying that people who maintain above 5 CGPA only gets the mentor thing. I guess some misconception.
This is the case once anyone moves to the second year, but for the
Mm.
first year students, everybody, all the freshmen will be getting a personal mentor, right? Because as in the first year there is nothing kind of CGPA as of now, when students are entering into our university, right? So there is nothing kind of CGPA criteria which is there. So every freshman will be getting a personal mentor, and students can contact them in case of any of the issue. Let's say if they are facing any problem afterwards in their classes, right, or else they are facing any of the issue with certain courses or with the UMS, all these issues will be surely resolved with the help of personal mentors. So every freshman will be getting, no need to worry about that.
Right, absolutely right.
Okay, all right, sir. The next question from YouTube session is like, uh, B Pharmacy online classes timetable from 16th August.
Mm.
Is it updated? He wants to know.
B pharmacy timetable. You see, we are in the process of making all the updations. So, in case it is not updated yet, so it will be updated very soon. Okay.
And we have one more doubt that someone has not got their UMS password yet.
For UMS password, candidate can actually log into his dashboard. I think I should share the screen so that candidate can see actually from where he can check.
Yes, sir.
Could you please share the application number of the candidate?
That person has not shared. I request to please share that detail.
Okay, sir. Next question goes from a student. He has given this registration number. It goes like, my class is showing invalid credentials since I have been mailing you for 4 to 5 days. Registration number is 12102633.
I think we should first answer the question which was asked by the previous student, okay, because he was facing difficulty in logging into this My Class platform, right?
Okay, all right, sir.
Yes. So just let me share my screen, and I'll tell that how the candidate can actually see. So for demonstration, I am taking one of the application numbers which is available with me. So just allow me a minute, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, so I guess Shivraj sir has answered the question, which student was asking that my class is facing some issue. So the classes will be visible one day prior. This means if from 16 they are having their classes, so tomorrow, that is on 15th, they will be getting their, they will be able to see their classes on the My Class platform.
Okay, ma'am, thank you. And we have one more question that someone wants to change their registered mobile number.
So for changing the registered mobile number, student can contact his uh, admission officer, okay, and through him he can get it changed. So let me tell you, let me share my screen so that students can also see from where they can actually contact the admission officer and how they can get the UMS password, right? So just give me a minute. So I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay. So we have taken one example, okay, like just a minute. I think there is some issue.
Guys, till that time, you can drop down the queries that you have. If your queries are related to the login problem, sir is working on it. He's sharing his screen. Please have some patience.
And similar to that, we have one more doubt that someone's Gmail is also incorrect. That person wants to change it, I guess.
So again, it is the same way that whether the student wants to get the email ID or the contact details updated, he or she can contact the personal mentor, and through the person, sorry, not the personal mentor. I'm sorry, I mean the admission officer. Okay, and through the admission officer, the candidate can get it updated. Okay, so I think this is clear.
Yes, sir. I hope they are clear about it.
Okay, so let me now share the screen so that I can actually let you know how you can contact your admission officer and how you can get the UMS password. So I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir, visible.
Okay, so one is that once the student has landed to the dashboard, we can go to post admission services, and through post admission services, you can see here admission officer details. So the student can click here, and for example, for this student, the admission officer is Sandeep Kaur, madam, and her email ID and contact number is available here. So student can contact the admission officer if there is any issue related to getting this contact details updated, whether it is the mobile number or the email ID. Okay, and another query was related to the UMS password. So for UMS password, student can go to this section, Access University Management System, scroll down, and here you can click actually to get your password. Okay, so student can fill in the details here, like the registration number, then the date of birth, and this captcha can be entered, and once he submits it, the password will be generated. Okay, so I hope this way you can check that how these issues can be resolved.
So it may be clear for all of you guys as sir have shared the screen and cleared your doubts. So the next question goes like, uh, I want to change my registration mobile number. I registered a complaint on 31st July, but no response. Dear sir, have given you the clear idea as he have shared his screen how to change it. So please do look after it. The next question goes like, my class portal will be active only one day prior to the scheduled class. So uh, this has been cleared. I was not provided a password for parental login. Is there any means to receive it?
For
So, yeah, for parents, though the password was given along with the user ID, as I told, the user ID is capital P and then the complete registration number of the student. If the parent password is not available, so one can even mail to parents@lpu.co.in, and from there the parents can surely retrieve the password of their account also. I'm again repeating it. The email ID is parents@lpu.co.in.
yes, so
Okay,
that
I
would be the
hope
right way
you.
to, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and someone is asking about how to use library even if they are attending the online class.
For library, we are having several online sources. Okay, from the UMS. Once the student logs into the UMS, then on the left side there will be a section to access the online resources available in the library. Right. So from there, the student can access whatsoever material is required. And second is that if it is subject related, then I think the teacher who will be teaching that subject will also help the student get the required study material.
And
Okay, thank you, sir.
also, someone is having query that what does mentor means? Like,
Mentor is, you see, once we are away from our home, okay, then we are not so much mature as a student to tackle all the issues. Okay. Second is sometimes we might be missing our family. Okay, so we might be under the need of some emotional support. Okay, and some counseling. And on the other times, I could be facing some issue related to maybe some fees clearance. Okay, or possibly I'm having some concern while I'm residing in the hostel. So there is something which I want to share as a student, but I'm not able to figure out whom to share it with. Okay, because if for hostel there will be a different channel, right? For some emotional support there will be a different channel. So we don't want the student to get involved into all those channels. Okay, so we try to streamline the process, and to streamline the process, we have made the first point of contact as the personal mentor. So whatsoever concern the student will have, whether it is related to academics or he is having some issue related to his hostel, okay, or maybe having some concerns related to his family. So whatsoever the student is feeling like, he can share his feelings with his personal mentor, and if there is any concern, then the personal mentor will actually help out to get it resolved. So that is what personal mentor is there.
Okay, thank you for your answer, sir. I hope it is clear. The student whosoever asked the question. The next question goes like, how to join the my class? How to join the classes? And ma'am, he would like to see it. Means
Uh,
sharing screen. Now.
Sharing screen. Okay. So just let me. Actually, to share the screen, one should have this. Still, let me try. Just give me a minute.
All right, sir.
Right. So let me share my screen once again. I have one demo account. So I hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Visible.
So once we log into the dashboard, here we are having the option of my class. On the left panel, you can see where my cursor is. So after I click here, I'll be routed to this platform. Okay, here I can view my classes or meetings. Okay, so whichever upcoming lecture will be there, you can see the legends here. So for upcoming lecture, if suppose like it is 10:48 as of now, and let us say you are having a lecture at 11 o'clock, so that will be actually highlighted here in this block of 11 a.m. Okay, so this block will be highlighted like in blue color. Okay, and suppose it is already quarter past 11 and you have not still joined the class, so it will show here with this legend that it is delayed, okay, or ongoing. So accordingly you can click on it. Okay, so for example, if you are having a class at 11, so it will be displayed here in blue color. So once you click on it, it will ask you to join further, then it will ask whether you want to join with the mic or without mic. Okay, and then you can accordingly allow the access and then join. So I hope this must be clear.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Okay, so the next question goes like, sir, tell me about the placements.
Placement in which program the candidate has taken admission? As
Uh,
far as placements are concerned, if we go by the university's placement, okay, then I would say we are doing very well in placements. And this is not what I am saying or what any other person from the university is saying. Rather, the external agencies say this. Okay, we have several rankings, several recognitions and awards in terms of placements. And even during pandemic, you see across the globe people have lost job, not only in India but even the developed countries like US, UK, etc. They have also faced a lot of job loss. Still, I would say in almost every program we have done very well in terms of placements. Our placement drives were conducted online due to the ongoing situation. So in general, as a university, I would say we are very good in terms of placements. Now, if somebody is having a program specific concern related to the placements of his particular discipline, then I can further help him out if he or she could share the program in which he or she has taken the admission.
okay, sir. So I would like to tell the people who are asking doubts, please mention your course that you are enrolled in so that we can answer your question specifically. So the
Yes.
next question is like, ma'am, what should we upload in document submission of admit card since our exam got cancelled and we do not have our admit card? So can we upload our roll number slip?
No, please don't upload the roll number slip itself. Okay, by roll number slip, if it is admit card, then okay. Otherwise, if it is any document other than admit card, then please don't upload it. In that case, rather speak to your admission officer. I think you have already understood how you can contact your admission officer. So please contact your admission officer, and he will try to get it resolved. Okay, and rather will get it resolved. Okay, because we have a verification team, so they will actually look for each and every document, and whatsoever you have not uploaded, they will mark it pending. Okay, so your admission officer will actually take your case to that team and will let them know that this student is having this concern, and that's why he's actually not having the admit card. Nobody gave him the admit card. Okay, so accordingly, we will update our system for that particular student. Right. So student should contact the admission officer.
Okay, sir. Thank you. And we have one more doubt that how to fetch books in online classes.
How to fetch books? You see, I have told you that. Okay, I think I should share the screen once again. Just allow me a minute.
Yes, sir.
Even just to add on to this thing, sir also will be sharing that how to assess the library basically, right? Even the faculties in LPU, everybody is sharing. Let's say for example, as in the online case, right, whatever the PDF or that ebooks will be having, will be sharing with the student, right? All the ebooks, every material will be given to the student through the UMS, right? On UMS, student can very well see the reading materials. And Arundhati as well as Tashu, I guess as in you are the second year students now, no? So you might be getting, you are like very well versed now. You might be getting ebooks, all the PDFs, every PPTs, whatever the thing was taught in the class, every course material is given to the student, right? But yes, apart from that also, if somebody wants to reference other books also, we do have the online platform by which we can assess the e-sources, right? Sir is demonstrating that.
Okay, so let me answer that question now. So once we log in to our homepage on the UMS, so we can go to this library management system. Okay, and there we are having the link of e-resources. So from here we can enter our credentials and then we can access all the e-resources. Okay. So just let me see if I can help you see further this also. So just allow me a minute. Yeah. So let me share my screen once again. Okay. So like first we can go to this library management system and then to e-resources, and from e-resources we can like log in here, and here we can search a lot of material, like we can search the journals or the books. Okay, books by like, if I want to refer some book which is published by Tata McGraw-Hill, then I can go here and then I can access the required book. Okay, similarly I have the access to other open access journals like JGate, OPAC, etc. So a lot of resources are there. It is rather student, we recommend the student to look into his database and make use of the resources, because ultimately it is to benefit everyone. Okay. So I hope this query is now satisfactorily resolved. For example, this has now taken you to this McGraw-Hill page, and here you can further proceed with your search.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Mhm.
Hope it is clear to you guys. So the next question goes like, what should we do with the virtual ID card? I didn't get any option to download it or print it.
Okay, so with the virtual ID card, see that card is basically as in it's virtual only, right? Once the students will be visiting the campus, once let's say the classes will be in the offline mode, right? So before once they are visiting the campus only, there will be they will be given the physical ID cards also, right? By the ID card cell, every student will be getting the physical ID card. Clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. And someone wants to know about when the classes will start for MSc Genetics.
MSc Genetics. Okay, let me tell you. Rather, what the student actually, there is a platform through which student can actually check his induction schedule.
Even sir, for genetics and plant breeding, if I talk about MSc, the classes, if the induction is like, if the doubt clearing session is today, so the classes will be starting from 16th of August, right? As in the reporting, even one can also check through their portal, I mean, the website also.
So from the main website, student can actually go to this first admissions, and under admissions we are having this option of reporting and induction. Okay, and here we are having the schedule. So you were speaking about this genetics, I think.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
MSc
genetics.
Genetics.
So you can see MSc Agriculture, Genetics and Plant Breeding. The classes are to start from 16th of August, right? So students
Okay.
can check themselves also that when the classes will commence.
Yeah, I hope it is clear to you guys how to check on the platform, and you can get your timetable and schedule there. And so the next question is like placements after MSc Agriculture.
Placements after MSc Agriculture.
Yes.
Okay. So just allow me a minute. Meanwhile, if there is any other query, you can share with Anita ma'am and she'll let you know.
Yes, one more doubt is there. Like, what is the status on ICAR accreditation for MSc Horticulture?
Okay.
Let me tell you that for just allow me a minute. So MSc Agriculture, Horticulture, Fruit Science is already approved by ICAR.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So, is there any further query in this?
So MSc Horticulture, Vegetable Science, actually, student is asking. It's
Okay,
vegetable. Yeah.
vegetable science. Okay. So you see, we are already having the approval of ICAR for some of the MSc Agriculture programs.
Hmm.
ICAR is having certain conditions. Okay. And for the other branches of MSc Agriculture, we are actually in the process of fulfilling those conditions, right? So once we fulfill those conditions, we will apply and certainly we will get the accreditation. And another point I would like to highlight is that LPU is the first private university in India which has got the ICAR approval. Okay, so since we are maintaining the standards required by ICAR, so we will be able to grab the approval for other MSc Agriculture disciplines also. And I think there was some placement related query.
Yes, sir.
So as I have already shared that as far as placements are concerned, we are doing very well. And a lot of agencies, lot of high esteem institutes and bodies have also accredited us. So it was related to MSc Agriculture, which discipline?
Uh,
Vegetable Science.
yes.
Vegetable science. Okay. So you see, in MSc Agriculture, the batch which passed out last year in 2020, we were having 67% placements. Okay. And the highest package was 5.6 lakhs per annum, and the average package was 4.3 lakhs per annum, right? And even in this 2021, the students who are passing out this year, 34% of them have already got placed, and the highest package which was offered to them was 9.55 lakhs per annum, and the average package was 3.6 lakhs per annum. And the thing is that due to this pandemic situation, there is some uncertainty and some downfall. But otherwise, by the time these students will pass, who have taken admission this year, I think will be in a far better condition as compared to the present condition, which is amid this lockdown and COVID. Okay. Otherwise, the university provides 100% assistance to all the students who are looking for placements, and we conduct various types of PEP classes to groom the students and to make them placement ready, whether it is the technical aspect or the personality aspect. So we work on all the aspects of the student, and possibly when these students will pass, there will be far better placements in MSc Agriculture.
Yes, sir. Thank you. And we have one more doubt that is it necessary to pay full semester fees before the starting of class?
Semester fee, if you are talking about semester fee, then yes, before the start of class, you should clear all your dues of tuition fee. In case somebody is having very challenging situation, okay, some unforeseen situation has occurred, then the person can request with proper document or proper explanation at the email ID. You can note down the email ID: fee info at lpu.co.in.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And the same person is asking about is the uniform required in the university?
You see, in general, the university does not ask anyone to come in uniform every day to attend the classes or various activities. But yes, when we are representing the university, then we should be in a uniform. Or, for example, if we are going through a placement drive, then again we should maintain proper dress code. So, for such occasions, the uniform will be required, but not to attend the classes or other activities. Okay. However, for this hotel management discipline, there are some exceptions as their dress code is to be followed most of the times. But for other disciplines, there is no such condition of putting on the uniform every day.
All right, sir. And we have one more question that what to do if address is having spelling mistake in virtual ID card?
You can contact your admission officer.
Okay. And someone is asking about is timetable permanent or it will change for MSc horticulture?
You see, we try that changes are not made in the timetable. Okay. However, in the initial days, maybe couple of days or up to a week, if the situation is such that we have to make some changes to make the system run smoothly, then there can be some changes, but it would be in the initial days only, if at all. Okay, and later on, the candidate will continue with the same timetable till the end of semester.
Okay, sir. So the next doubt goes like, is the timetable permanent or it will change every week for MSc horticulture?
I think I have already answered this. That initially, if there is some situation which wants some updations in the timetable, then there can be. Otherwise, on weekly basis, we do not modify or update the timetable. Whatsoever your timetable is, it will remain the same.
And
Okay, sir.
someone is asking about is the reporting schedule for freshers or for continuing students?
You see this reporting schedule which we have floated on the website. This is certainly for freshers.
For the continuing students, the announcement on the UMS is available, so the
Yes.
continuing students can very well check that. This on the website, it is only for freshers.
Okay, ma'am. Next question goes like, which ID and password uses for e-resources?
The same ID and password which we use to log into our UMS will help us log into the e-resources.
And sir, one more regarding the email ID. Is there any official email ID as an LPU student you get?
Uh,
Like codes. So yes, every student will be having one official ID of LPU, as in that is required to get those free access of this. I mean, of those online courses, right? So that actually ID is the registration number. ST at the rate. I mean, I'm not very sure about that. So what one can do is they can ask their personal mentor about that email ID. But yes, they will be getting one official email ID which they can use, because there are certain platforms wherein those, even somebody wants to go for any kind of online courses, they ask for the official ID of the students, right? So we are giving that will be given to the student, and one can surely contact their personal mentor, and they'll be helping with that case also.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. The next question is like, what is the college timing that is been mandatory to attend college time?
you see,
um,
that depends on your timetable. Okay. Usually it is from 9 to 5. Okay. However, someday you may have your last class from 2 to 3. And after 3 o'clock, you can go back to your hostel or wherever you are residing. Okay. So it all depends on your timetable that on a given day, at what time you should reach the university and by what time you can leave the campus.
Just
Okay.
to add on to this only, like we have the specified time is 9 to 5 only, but there may be sometimes like when you'll be having the classes. If you're having your class from 8 o'clock, then the last class surely would be before this before 4 o'clock, right? That is 8 to 4, right? 9 to 5 or 10 to 6. This actually is the timeline. But yes, as sir said, that then there, I mean, it might not be there that every day like you're coming at 9 o'clock. There might be some days when you might be having your first class at 10 o'clock, right? So in that case, there might be the case that your last class can be at 5 o'clock also, and you're free by 6 o'clock. But it is not every day. I mean, it is just, I mean, once in a week or twice in a week, not every day.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. The next question is like, how many subjects are there in BSc Agriculture and what are they?
Okay.
Okay, just let me answer. So in BSc Agriculture, you see in the first term you will be having 9 courses. Okay, and likewise in every term there will be some set of courses. Like in second term there are 10 courses. In third term there are again 9 courses. So likewise, approximately 9 or 10 courses are there. Even in the fourth term and fifth term there are 12 courses, and sixth term 11 courses, and then in seventh term it will depend whether the student wants to go for higher studies or for industrial internship. So accordingly, there will be some 3 to 4 courses in the seventh term also, right?
Excuse me, sir. May I answer this question?
Yes,
This is
yes,
Dr. Chandramohan from School of Agriculture, CUS.
yes. I think that you will be able to answer it in a better
Yeah.
way.
So if the student is talking about BSc Honors Agriculture program, so I just want to clear it. It is divided into 4 years. So the first year you will be having the fundamental courses. So as sir already suggested that there will be 8 9 courses. In the second year, you will be having kind of principle-based courses. That means kind of the learning from those fundamental courses. In third year, you will be having kind of field-based, more practical courses. And in final year, that is, you don't have any kind of practical and theory courses. So it will be completely training-based programs. So either it will be experiential learning program or a rural agriculture work experience or industrial training, project work. So these kind of things will be there. So this is the complete scenario of your BSc Agriculture program. I hope this is clear to all the students.
Yes, sir. Uh, the next question that someone wants to ask is that the hostel facilities and timings for girls and boys.
Okay, so please allow me to answer this question. I
Sure,
would
sir.
need a minute to actually check this. Yes, so yeah, for boys, there is actually not any particular restriction, okay, to move inside the campus, okay. However, we still recommend that one should be in the room well in time, like up to 10 o'clock in the afternoon in the summers, and in winters, preferably by 9 o'clock. Okay. However, there are no specific restrictions. Okay. But for girls, uh, they should be in the hostel by 7 o'clock in summers and 6 o'clock in winters.
Okay, so and hello, and someone is asking about they have not got their 12th mark sheet so that they can upload their DigiLocker certificate in the document submission.
Yes, in the original 12th document, one can upload the DigiLocker document, DigiLocker 12th mark sheet.
Okay, so and again, someone is asking about the placement in MTech in food technology.
Okay. Okay. So in food technology, like the batch of 2021 passing, uh, we till now we are having 42% placements. Okay, and the student got the highest package which was offered was 9.55 lakhs per annum by Cabinet Secretariat, Government of India, and the average salary package was 3.7 lakhs per annum, right? And similarly, last year the batch which passed out, 40% of them got placed at an average package of 4 lakhs per annum, and the highest package was offered by Markets and Markets at 4.5 lakhs per annum.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. The next question goes like details about the credit transfer program or study abroad for MSc Agriculture student.
Just a minute. Uh,
Okay. So will you be answering, or I should just carry on
yes,
with the same?
yes, I'm answering. So MSc Agriculture, you are asking about, I think. Are you asking about any particular discipline in MSc Agriculture?
No, sir, it's just MSc Agriculture.
MSc Agriculture. Okay. So we are having the option of summer or winter school. The candidate can attend this summer winter school at one of our partner universities in other countries. Okay. However, this semester abroad option is not available in this MSc Agriculture program, and even the other option of international transfer, that is also not available. So under this program, one can go for an exposure or a short internship of around 2 to 4 weeks in one of our partner universities, and the expenses uh, which will be incurred there, that will actually depend upon the university to which the candidate is moving, okay, and how the candidate is actually moving to that university, because we are having some options of paid and unpaid internships. So we conduct a drive through which we screen the candidates who are actually looking for these options, and then accordingly some of them can be sent for this I mean, they need not pay extra for it, and others might have to pay for it.
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
sir. Any quick
And
process how to apply for credit transfer program? Just a brief.
Let me tell you, credit transfer is not there in MSc Agriculture. Okay,
Sir, for engineering.
for engineering.
Yeah.
Okay, so you need not apply for credit transfer. Actually, now we are having a separate program. For example, we are having BTech CSC 2+2 with international transfer. So if the student has joined that particular program, then he need not submit any particular application for showing interest in that credit transfer option. Okay, but if somebody is already in BTech program only, then he will not be able to apply for that credit transfer. So student should first of all ensure that what is actually the area of interest, and accordingly, if somebody is looking for uh, abroad options, then it is better to join the 2+2 international transfer program only. Okay, and somewhere in the second year the process will begin, and the international department takes care of it, so student will be notified accordingly.
sir, someone is asking about internship opportunities in MSc Food Technology by university.
Okay, you see, as far as internships are concerned, for internship there can be different options. For example, if I'm having my own contact, then I can approach that particular industry and get the required document from LPU and submit it there, and then bring back the certificate. Second is I am not having any particular contacts, right? Then LPU also helps the candidates who are looking for internships. Okay, so we are having the training and placement coordinators, so who will assist the student in applying to the different agencies or bodies with whom we are having tie-ups for this internship.
The next question is that when we should upload the original documents, and now you have to, as you have to upload the original documents or scan copy once offline started, then you can submit a hard copy. Means he wants to say, should we just upload the scanned copy, or is it mandatory to submit the hard copy at the college?
As of now, I mean, the portal will be accepting the soft copies, that is the scanned copies, right? Once the student is coming to the campus, so then they can bring in their hard copies. As of now, there is no submission of hard copy that is required by us, right? So on their on the student portal, that is the Nest portal only, wherein the student has taken the admission. Under the post admission services, documents are to be uploaded, and there one can scan their original documents. For example, 12th or 10th original can be scanned, and then they can very well upload that only. As of now, hard copies are not needed by the university.
Okay. And earlier we had a question about someone wants to know about residential beneficiaries.
Residential benefits.
Yeah.
Okay. So, like, one is we are offering early decision benefit to all the candidates who opt for this residential services like hostel or mess by paying the provisional amount by 20th of August. Okay. So, for example, in hostel, in most of the accommodations, we are offering a benefit of around 10,000. Okay. Uh, One is that thing. And second is, uh, as far as residential facilities are concerned, one thing is that LPU is having one of the best in-class facilities inside the campus. For example, one need not go outside the campus for a lot of things, like if I want to draw some money from the bank or ATM, then it is available within the campus. Lot of banks and ATMs are there. If I want to purchase some groceries or some, for example, if I want to purchase a bucket, okay, and then I need not go outside LPU. Okay, I can have it within the campus. There is a building, shopping mall where all these necessary items are available, and even within the hostel buildings also, there are some shops from where you can purchase the necessary items. Then, for example, if I want to post something, I want to send something to my home through courier, then all such facilities are also available in the campus. If I'm facing some medical issue, okay, then for immediate medical attention, the campus is having its own hospital and ambulance service. So we can treat the student initially, and in case he needs some more medical attention, then the ambulance can take the student even to the hospitals in the city. So a lot of facilities are there which are available inside the campus, and even there will be no challenges regarding electricity or Wi-Fi, etc. Okay, so all these services are available 24/7. So there are a lot of benefits residing inside the LPU campus.
Okay, sir. Thanks. And we have one more question. Like, is migration certificate required or not?
Which certificate? Migration.
Migration, yes.
Okay, you see, we want either migration certificate or character certificate or transfer certificate. Either of these three will work. But yes, it will be required. Either of these three will be required.
And any other document also required other than what I mentioned?
No. In case somebody is having a gap in his studies, then he might have to submit a gap certificate. But otherwise, whatsoever documents are actually asked on the portal, they are the required ones.
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir, now I can see that most of the doubts have been cleared by the students and there are no more doubts coming. So I would really like to thank you, sir and ma'am, for your presence and clearing the doubts that student had from a lot of time. And it was nice being with you and having a chat with you. So over to you, Tashu. Share your experience.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much, sir, ma'am, everyone. And also to all the new freshers, if you still have any other doubt, you can just go with the contact details and the email ID mentioned, and all the doubts will be cleared if it arises again. And until then, thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone.
Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you so much, ma'am. Glad
Thank
for
you
your
so
presence.
much. Thank you, all of you. And I would say to all the students, if any kind of queries there, they can surely contact on the email IDs and the contact numbers. The team is always there to help you out. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you,
so much,
everyone.
ma'am.